Hello angels, welcome back to the Cosmic Taylor. If you are new here, hi, I am Taylor, here to tailor you to your highest timeline. And today we are doing a pick-a-jar reading, which, oh my gosh, sorry. I've just finished helping my family cook dinner and I'm doing this really quickly before I do anything. The first subliminal that popped up was unexpected money keeps appearing in your bank account. I love that for you. I love that for you. Anyways, so today we're using the Woodland Warden's Tarot. Did I just break it now? No, I did not. Okay, cool. And the Green Witch's Oracle deck. So very earthy vibes today. I'm also wearing green and pink, which I think is always very telling for the energy, whatever I'm wearing, because, you know, I feel like what you wear is a, outwardly display of how your energy and how you feel and what you think, etc., is expressing itself to the outside, you know what I mean? This one. And it's green. Oh my god. Time to rest / sit again, y'all. This has been coming up a lot. So either the people that keep being called to rest aren't resting, or the people that keep trying to oh Jesus, I just heard people that keep trying to get in the way of your blessings are unrelentless. That's interesting. That is so interesting. And the way that the sun kind of hid there, that's so weird. My desk is a freaking mess at the moment. It's not a bad thing though, because I'm actively putting together a comic. I'm drawing a comic, coloring it in and everything right now. Clear. And I don't know, I need to use my space more, so this is what I'm using my space for. So, angels, ancient ancestors, universe, spirit guides, higher self, Mother Earth, God, divine beings of the highest light, with the purest intention and integrity to love. What is the truth? Ugh. The Four of Arrows, or the Four of Swords, falling directly underneath my seat. Rest. Rest. Rest, 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 rest. 246 on the timer. You really need to prioritize rest right now. If you spend half of your day doing work, you need to spend the other half of your day doing relaxing, reprieving things. Excuse me. See, my guides just now, they're like, I need you to do a drunk dance party in the bathroom again. Which I do that all the time. I'll get a bunch of drinks, I'll drink, I'll get all dressed up and dolled up, and then I'll listen to music on one of my speakers, super loud, and have just a blast and a half of dancing. Interesting that they keep saying that, because they also tell me that I need to sober up from life in life, so it's always it's so confusing. They're like, we're trying to get you to a middle ground, and I'm like, 333 on the timer. I only know extremes. I'm a Scorpio moon. I'm a Scorpio moon, bitch. What? Anyways, so we have the Ace of Arrows in the reverse, Judgment in the reverse, the World card upright, and the Eight of Wands in the reverse. Interesting. And I said that right after I said, all these came out right after I said that you need to do things to rest and to reprieve. See, because the way that you're moving right now, it is it is distorting your understanding of the truth with the Judgment card coming out and the World coming out, right? There's something here about the Ace of Arrows, the truth of a situation, the truth to some kind of circumstance that you are under, or just the general position that you are in your life at the moment. It is being misconstrued by your lack of rest, because you are not able to fully sit in the energy that you have been grounding this entire time, because you were running with it. You need to relax. We have Strength in the reverse on the back of the deck. Yeah, there's something here about feeling like you have to be on all the time. You have to be like 4, 5, 6 all the time, or you have to be safe all the time. You got to be protected all the time. You got to be cleansing all the time. You know, like just like a go, 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 never slowing, never stopping. And like, hey, it's not bad to be on the go. It's just that when you're doing it constantly, like, think of yourself as a vehicle. If you are a car and your tank is full of gas and you proceed to, like, your car check, everything is checking out just fine, and so then you take your car and you go 1.5 million miles, you're running on fumes, all, like, your oil is fucked up and your transmission getting absolutely fucked up because you're out here forcing your car to go much, 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 much further than it can. And you're like, it's fine, I'll get it checked at the freaking place, we'll fix whatever issues there are, and then we'll move on. But you're not stopping for a place right now. You're not stopping and finding a place to rest right now. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, yeah. And it's like throwing you off. This distortion, this cognitive distortion is what I'm hearing. Thomas Sanders did a video on that. What is it called? God damn it, I have to find it. But basically it's a video where he has his anxiety and has his logical side have a debate with each other, right, to better understand like each other's perspectives. And in that they end up like revealing a bunch about how your anxiety or his anxiety was using cognitive distortions to like it's called my negative thinking, Sanders sides, but basically his anxiety was like using cognitive distortions to make him like hyper focus and zero in on the mistakes or the wrongs that he made or the things that he messed up on, right, which made him believe that he was an utter horrible terrible failure, which really like these darker, more harsh thoughts were throwing him completely off and keeping him from having some kind of a realistic view, a realistic understanding of the position he was in the situation that was at hand, that was debated at hand, right? Go watch that video. Go watch that video, okay? It's so interesting. You'll learn a lot of stuff. Queen of Cups. You need to be more empathetic and understanding with yourself because, like, the thing is, I can see that you're being really, really hard on yourself. Needlessly hard on yourself, actually. You're being very, very cruel and conniving towards yourself. Really being like, the truth here is that I'm a terrible human being and I suck and I'm blah, 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 because like this, and that. And like, what if everything I've ever done was a huge mistake? What if I can't make the right decisions for myself? What if I messed up? What if I ruined everything? What if I hurt somebody and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, okay, breathe. Be honest with yourself right now. Do you think you're actually looking at things from an objective point of view, from an objective perspective? It's okay if you're not. It's just more beneficial to you if you actively try to get more on that path, looking at things from a more objective view, okay? You need to be more empathetic with yourself and stop having these like King of Cups in reverse standards for yourself. These standards of perfected interaction in an emotional sense. You know what I mean? Where it's like you just are always acting the exact way you need to act and you're being the exact way you need to be all the time. Tip top, perfection, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? Yeah, dude, the King of Cups in the reverse right there. Exactly. Because this is showing up as a form of abandonment with the Six of Swords in the reverse, and it's throwing you out of your Queen of Pentacles energy. This is the energy that you're striving to reach, Queen of Pentacles, where it's like you can feel confident and self-assured and protective and like creative and honest and passionate and exciting and just all of these different things where you are able to present yourself in a way of how you know who you are. You know what I mean? How you know who you are, you know? The Emperor in the reverse with the Nine of Wands upright. Yeah, your masculine energy is really, really throwing you out of balance here. You are not looking at things from an actual objective point of view. You're looking at things from a heartless point of view. But the heart isn't just a feminine territory, it's a masculine territory as well. The mind is a masculine and feminine territory. The body is a masculine and feminine territory. And the soul is a masculine and feminine territory. There is a balance to all of them, right? Six of Pentacles in the reverse, the Page of Arrows in the reverse. Yeah, there's something here about not treating yourself or treating your truth or treating your experience of what you're going through and the things that you've gone through fairly. You're not putting the same amount of weight that you have on your truth on other people's truths or other people's truths on yours. You know what I mean? So maybe you have been really stubborn about budging on your perspective in life, or you've been really stubborn about understanding somebody else's perspective because it goes against what you believe to be the truth of the situation. But really, multiple truths can exist at the same time. Multiple truths can exist at the same time. You know? They don't have to be completely, like, they don't have to exist in a world where neither of them can be just because one goes against the other in a specific way. That's the nuance of life. You have to accept that other people's truths and your truth, 1111 on the timer, aren't always going to line up or correlate perfectly, and that's okay. That's strength. That is strength. Accepting your truth for what it really is and accepting other people's truths for what it really is, and allowing them to exist without feeling the need to change yourself or to change your circumstances or to change your actions or who you are in order to get there, you know? Because it's like, yeah, but my car is really good. I have a really good sturdy car. I know that it'll get me from point A to point B. I know it'll get me to where I want to go. Yes. But when you neglect it so much to the point where you're down like hundreds of thousands of dollars because you have to pour that much into your car, into your being, because you've been neglecting it so much and not allowing it to just be, it kind of feels counterproductive at that point, doesn't it? So stop yourself before you get too far along on this kind of a thing. Yeah, the Fool in the reverse. This is like, you're not even allowing yourself to experience the new kind of journey with the Nine of Pentacles here. Being blinded and not knowing. Being blinded and not knowing. It's okay. It's okay. You don't know or understand what you are creating right now, but like what you have been investing in, what you've been working towards, it is great. Like, we'll say that much for sure. Spirit will absolutely say that much for sure. Six of Cups in the reverse with the Nine of Pentacles. You found the right investments, the right people, the right things to pour into. It's just that now you have to do it in an actual loving, compassionate, rested way. You need to be resting. With the Six of Cups being here too, it feels like if you walked away from someone or something, it was the best choice. That was the best choice to make. And I know it's scary because you never really know. See, nah, because it was the best choice to make. The Queen of Wands in the reverse versus the Sun. Those are your two options. And it feels like you've just been striving towards the sun. All of this energy, as like exhausting or tiring as it has been, or how like just in general how frazzled, how fast, how quick, how harsh, it has been very like joyful. Yeah, with the King of Cups upright now and the Six of Arrows upright. Exactly. You did make the most logical, discerning choice at that point, and you listened to your heart in both aspects, the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups. You trusted yourself, and you made the right choice. It's just hard to tell because you didn't make the other choice, and you didn't make the bad choice to know if the good choice was right. You know? You gotta stop letting the imposter that exists within you dictate your life. With the Hermit card and the Moon. Exactly. Moving on your own and not knowing what was going to happen or what was going to come of it. It's a scary thing to do. Yeah, but it's better than living a lie. Better than living a lie. Picking a new journey. picking a new situation, walking away from something that you knew you didn't care about or that you didn't feel the same about, you know what I mean? For a few of you, you just fell out of love with somebody. For others of you, you knew that the love that you felt for someone, it wasn't sustainable, and you had to release it because you needed to go elsewhere and you needed to find something that was sustainable. You let go of something or someone that was hurting you, and ultimately that was the right choice. It was the balanced choice. It was the stable choice, right? Before they could take everything else from you, is what I'm hearing. Oof, that's fucked up. Anything else, Spirit? Yes. Oracle card time. These are the final messages. Thank you so much for being here, angels, and for letting me read your energy for you. It was very wonderful having you here. If you feel so called to, please like, share, comment, and subscribe, as I would love to hear from you guys more. I would love to get to know you guys more. And if you feel so called to, I do have my Cash App in the description below if you would like to tip me. You do not have to tip me. It's just always appreciated, though you being here is absolutely more than enough. I am so grateful to be able to do this. Like, this is just one of those things that I'm just so grateful that I can positively impact people's lives by doing this, you know what I mean? Like, it's so nice. It's so nice that I can use this gift like this, you know what I mean? Which way do you want this, Spirit? Oh, okay. All right. Final messages. Anything else? Anything else? Oh, all right. All right. Okay, so we have the altar with gratitude and releasing burdens. Making an altar right now would do you so good. It would do so much good for you. Like, if you don't have an altar, you should make one. You can even make like little pocket ones out of like Altoid tins, or just even a little box or something like that. Anything that you need in particular, like, go for it. It is for you. Do it, you know? There are plenty of YouTube tutorials on here of like witches showing and teaching their own practices and showing you ways that they made their own altars. So go for it. Yeah, there's something here about finding gratitude, like, for yourself and for the situations that you've been in and for where you are going, because you've learned better and you know better and you're doing better now. 1717 on the timer. You have actively grown and changed so much, and you should be credited for that. You shouldn't be so hard on yourself and cruel to yourself for that, you know? We have potion in the reverse with invigoration and empowerment. You need to really get in that. You need to start empowering yourself, because the entire thing is like you are running on fumes. So you need to start doing what you can to start recharging and actually fulfilling yourself and like properly filling your tank so that you can keep moving forward, right? And you're not feeling invigorated in the circumstance or these situations because you're not in fight or flight mode anymore. You're not having to fight for your life anymore. You are safe. You are like in a space where you can comfortably express without the kind of punishment that would ensue from before. You know what I mean? And there's absolutely nothing wrong with anything that you want to do or anything that you want to achieve in your life. Like, truly understand that. You need to start treating yourself more like a person and less like a object, you know? Because like the fact that from the very beginning I was like, envision yourself as a car instead of allowing to envision yourself as a person. Like, it's a lot easier for you to have empathy and understanding for a freaking imaginary car than it is to have empathy and understanding for the very real, very human you. And that's very sad. Like, it's okay, because we're all learning, but I would like you to learn how to love yourself just a little bit more, because you're so cool and you're so awesome. Like, you're doing your best. You're trying your best. You're trying your best. And you deserve to be celebrated for that. Absolutely. And then these two cards came out when Spirit was like, no other messages, but like, yeah, there are like some people or some sort of situations where there are people that are moving outside of your energy or observing from the outside looking in that have to do with you, right? And these people, they are not putting in the same kind of work that you're putting in within your own life. Yeah, literally the way, look at this. Look, does this not look like a person's face, like a mask? Like, ooh, it's like somebody looking over their shoulder, like, freaky, dude. That's so freaky. I don't like that. And like the frown, oh god, I don't like that. But that's exactly how it feels. Like somebody, there are people watching from the outside looking in that are like, I don't know, that are looking at the harvest that you have, or the harvest that you're gaining, or looking at the things that you are trying to reap within your life. And it's I'm hearing it's a very jealous eye. And there's clarity with rumination in the reverse as well. They don't actually want to understand how hard you had to work to get here. They don't want to understand what you had to go through or what you had to do to achieve this point that you've reached in your life. They just want to judge you for it. And the very last card that we have, so like, don't pour, don't pour into that. Don't pour into those projections. Don't pour into those ideas. Don't pour into those projections. Allow yourself to exist, right? And these are your guidance cards for today. We have Sickle with focus, regrowth, and letting go, and Cup of Tea with patience and reassessment. You really need to allow yourself to take time to sit down and really think about what you want to do or where you want to go and what you want to achieve. You really need to start reassessing how you're taking action towards those things, and you got to start realizing if you're doing it in a balanced way or not. You need to focus on making sure that you're doing things in a balanced way, that you're pouring as much time into self-care as you are into work, right? With patience and reassessment, you need to be very patient with yourself. You need to be understanding with yourself. Yeah, there are 7 pentacles on the spoon, right? That's 7. It's investment. Look at taking time to rest and relax. Look at like taking time to get back into center and back into a balanced mindset as a way to actually maintain peace and maintain fulfillment in your life. It's an investment into your future. It's an investment into your dreams. It's an investment in yourself. And when you invest in yourself, you are investing in everything else that you want to invest within your life. All right? Thank you so much for being here, angels. I love you so, so, so much, and I hope I will see you in the next reading. All right? Bye.